Girls, girls, girls are my favorite subject. There are lots of them about. Have you noticed? I'm going to limit myself to talking about three. Three very attractive young ladies who came to the big city. Sandra, Primrose, Tanya. Now, London is a big place to live in, even if you can find somewhere to live. This looks nice, a ground floor, all mod con. That's what she thought. But it's up, and up, and up, and up. 308 stairs later, Tanya is still going strong. She'll have to live here. She won't have the strength to leave. But it's quite charming. If they demolish 8 blocks, the view would be superb. This has really put the flat among the pigeons. Primrose here. She's found just what she's looking for. Don't fight, girls. Share. You can always take turns to sleep on the floor. Good. All settled amicably. Then Sandra arrives on the scene. But why be mean? 2 can sleep on the floor as cheaply as 1. The rent shared is rent halved. Now, you can choose your friends, but not your neighbors. Charles lives next door. What a break for Charles. Remember, these girls have to work to eat. Under the instruction of Philip and Betty Bouchel, Sandra is training to be a dancer. That's what she wants to be, and there's no stopping her. The first thing is to learn to loosen up. Good for dancing, good for slimming. The general idea is to stretch your muscles, and these well-thought-out exercises really do the trick. At the end of the toning up, Sandra is just about ready for a year's rest. Charles thinks that the best thing would be a date to calm her after the storm. But all play and no work would make Sandra a very dull girl. She has to train, train, and train. Simple routines follow the exercises, and the girls take their first real steps on their way to stardom. Amongst Mr. Bouchel's ex-pupils are Michael Wilding, Anna Needle, and Audrey Hepburn. I'd willingly join myself if I had the strength. Eventually, they become proficient, and the time comes when the next item on the program is a job. Coffee with Charles. Yes, he made it at last. Something there, nothing venture, nothing gained. Having teamed up with 2 other girls from the school, Sandra and partners go in for an audition. And as in all good film stories, she gets the job. Meet John. It had to happen. John met Primrose, and Primrose met John. But she isn't here now, so whilst he's waiting, I'll tell you how they met. Famous photographer Tom Hustler had taken some pictures of John, who went to pick them up from the studio where Primrose worked as Hustler's assistant. He was just thinking how well he photographed when Primrose came in. John suggested they might go out together, But the boss had other ideas. Remember, miss, you came here to work. Tom Hustler is one of Britain's leading photographers. How did he get to the top? Let's watch how he goes to work. She's pretty, but Hustler's experienced eye notices features that must be avoided. Nose just a bit too long, cheeks and jaw a little heavy, chin protruding. Here the lighting has been done incorrectly to throw up all the bad points. When you take snaps, even in sunlight, see the light is full on the subject's face and he or she will be flattered with the result. Now, Hustler moves the light to the front, with one for backlighting to give a shine for her hair. Observe, no lights at the side. Finally, a little movement just before taking the picture helps loosen up the pose. What is done in the darkroom can make or spoil the picture. Different paper surfaces, different shades of light and dark, all are points to watch. Here is an ordinary 2.5-inch square snapshot taken in Tahiti. Portions of the same picture blown up give Tom Hustler 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pictures. Could your negative stand that treatment? Oh, quite right. It's been a hard day and time to go home. But the boss has a new camera he wants to test. And a little overtime never hurt anyone, except John. He made a date for 6. And here he is, on the dot. Well, he'll just have to wait. Pleasure must not be allowed to interfere with business. In the model and advertising studio, a quick, flattering picture will search out any fault in the new camera, and no doubt any fault in Primrose. Well, it's all for free. For 1 hour's overtime, a set of magnificent pictures. The girls agree they're good. Of course, you don't look like that round the house, dear. Incidentally, the girls don't live on this roof. It leads out of the living room. And who do you think is lurking in the living room? No, it can't be. Yes, it is. John. Primrose, you've missed your vocation. You should really have been a model, not a photographer's assistant. Why don't you? And she does. Off to model agent Cherry Marshall. In that door, dear. On your left. Our right, dear, is your left. That's it. And that's how Primrose became a model and got the details of her first job. The first assignment Primrose has is with top-flight advertising picture taker Roy Round. He's going to work on a picture to advertise a car. From studio in South Kensington to Croydon. One of the quickest journeys ever made. It's all done by mirrors. 3 models, a car, a stately home complete with lawns. All this and a camera too. Roy Round chooses the things the model should wear. He selects the location he likes best. How would you arrange this picture if you had a chance of taking it? Roy's placing of the car allows the faraway stone staircase to be shown against the front bumper. This needs experience and a keen, objective eye. It's easy to click the shutter, but extremely difficult to obtain the correct and most interesting angles. Roy explains he wants the man to stand by the car door as if he's locking it, and the girls to run down the slope as if they are having a great time in the country. In fact, gay abandon. Well, the pace was okay, but they ran out a little too far at the sides. Keep in line and we'll try it again. Hey, presto, here it is. The space at the bottom is left for advertising copy to be inserted. Three boys waiting for three girls, but there isn't anybody at home. The third one? Oh, you haven't met Pete, have you? Everybody? Pete, Tanya's boyfriend. Let me tell you about Tanya. She went to a model school headed by Lucy Clayton, who can turn an ordinary girl into an extraordinary girl. Tanya isn't sure. Miss Clayton knows. Every inch a queen, every foot a ruler. This ruler feels if she has a tummy, and if she has a too hollow back. What a performance! Tanya passes the test with flying colors, and into the class she goes. Firstly, she is shown to the rest of the girls as an example of how not to look. In other words, she's been shown up. Shoes? Shabby. And heels far too low. Skirt? 3 times too big for someone twice your size. Hemline? Today above the knee, like that. Sweater? Too sloppy. Is making her debut. Let's watch the rehearsal, and fellas, you don't have to look if you're squeamish. I think she deserved that, and so did he. The whole thing was just good, clean fun. The girls got what they wanted, and so did the boys.